Sandra Oh, Maitreyi Ramakrishnan, producer Lindsey Collins, and Oscar-winning director Domee Shi. Congratulations on this movie, and happy International Women's Day to all of you. We're truly blessed to have you all here to celebrate this film. I need to talk to you first, Domee, because it was a few years ago that we were here talking about Bao, your short film. Did you ever imagine it would lead you to Oscar Gold?
No, not at all. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna be on City Line. Breakfast television. I used to eat, like literally eat my breakfast watching you guys before going to school in Toronto.
Did you? We're honored. Thank you. Did you have this ready in your mind right after?
Sort of. I mean, we were in development at the same time as promoting Bao, so I knew. Like, I was making a movie about a Chinese-Canadian girl going through magical puberty, but I couldn't talk about it for like 3 years.
Right.
So now I'm very excited.
And you're getting so much praise. The reviews are amazing. The only critique I'm hearing is they wish they got to see it in theaters, and why can't this be an Oscar contender? Because it would win, which speaks to all of your talents.
It can be that.
It can be that. We'll play this back. We'll play this. It's also a love letter to Toronto. It's not Toronto masquerading as something else in a celebration of Asian and Chinese culture. So why did you say yes right away? Why was this a no-brainer for you, Sandra?
You know, it's interesting saying this on International Women's Day is because of the subject matter. You know, this entire film centers on the inner life of a 13-year-old Chinese-Canadian girl. I'm like, I want to tell that story. And that story being Domee's story. So I was really pleased to be a part of it, yeah.
And I heard this was always a dream of yours. Good to see you, Maitreyi. Last time we saw each other was virtually, and you're kicking butt too. Why was this a dream for you?
Honestly, my 10-year-old dream was to work for Pixar as an animator, but you know, for Pixar nonetheless, and I can say I did it. I made that dream happen, and I'm so just thankful because it is an amazing, amazing film. I couldn't ask for a better Pixar film to work on. I mean, come on. Canada. Yes. Canada.
Did you watch it? Have you all seen it?
Yes.
Okay. So what are you most impressed as the producer of this crew? What did you love most, Lindsey?
I love the fact that, I mean, not only on screen, but off screen, that it was largely a female-led film. I mean, for the first time at Pixar, really. And so the fact that we had so many women kind of in the room all the time, sharing their stories, that ultimately kind of encouraged us to be really bold with the film on the screen, and I loved it.
And of course, it's about that bond between a mother and a daughter. So was that very much a reflection and a love letter to your mom?
Oh, definitely. I mean, the whole inspiration behind the movie was came from like me wanting to understand like why at that age I wanted to be my mom's good little daughter, but also I was this raging hormonal beast that was fighting with her every day. And just kind of analyzing girl puberty from both my perspective and my mom's perspective.
The awkwardness, the body changes, and the things that people didn't talk about when I grew up. It was sort of hush-hush. I don't know if it's different for you now, but it was almost like stigmatized. And now instead you're talking about it. It's the instead of the elephant in the room, it's the panda, the giant panda in the room. And it's so refreshing that you're fearlessly doing that with Disney Pixar that maybe would shy away from stuff like that, or they're embracing it for sure, as you can see right now, right? So what are you hoping people get from this film ultimately?
Oh my gosh, I hope they have a good time. And I think that they will. The music is fantastic. The friendships between the four girls, and obviously the deep connection that Maylin has with her mother, I'd say it hits on all levels.
And to be fierce, to be you, to be strong, to be quirky, to be confident. Do you relate to any of that?
There's so many messages in this film. There's so many. I mean, none of that I relate to. I can't. It's so relatable and it's so authentic to see this story be told in the way that it is because it's real. It's my real life that I lived, and it's here on screen. And you know, the matriarchal vibes of this movie is so nice. The whole family, all the women, is just, it reminds me of my family. Like my mom and my grandma and my great-grandma, like when I was growing up in middle school, we all lived under the same roof, which is really nice. So I love that energy that this movie inherently has.
I had that too. I love that, and it nurtures us. It really does. We feel like we have that backing, that foundation. Would you say those are your mentors today to celebrate who shaped you?
Oh yeah, 100%. If I didn't have all the women that I did in my life, and my family, my friends, and you know, just all of my mentors, like the people around me, I wouldn't be who I am today.
Because the industry is tough, as you know, it's cutthroat. And look at you, you're handling it all with such grace and success. What about you, Sandra? Who is the mentor? Who is that one woman who really helped shape who you are?
Oh, my mother.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And within that answer is complexity. You know what I mean? Because, of course, as you see Maylin, you know, in the beginning of puberty, you need to start shaping yourself within the relationship of your mother, which also means against, away, defined outside of your mother and your family of origin to really find who you are. But, you know, I was super lucky. You know, I know that everyone has a complex relationship. Come on. Everyone has a complex relationship with their mother, and I happen to be a lucky person that I actually have a complex but very good relationship with my mother, because I was able to embrace my inner panda and then honestly make a career out of it. Yeah.
I think everyone here has.
I know, totally.
You agree with your mom, Lindsay,
Yeah.
same for you?
Yeah, absolutely. And I also have 2 teen daughters at the moment. So I am living both sides of this equation on a daily basis.
All the highs, all the lows. Thank you
Exactly.
so much for bringing this beautiful film to us. It's actually available this Friday. It's Disney Pixar's Turning Red. It's streaming exclusively on Disney Plus this Friday, March the 11th. Continued success to all of you. You're all shining lights in so many ways on this International Women's Day. Come back anytime. We have 4 people here for the first time in 2 years at once.
I know.
Like,
More
this
people.
is-
You have a party.
We have a
going on
party
right now.
Let's keep the party going. Thank you so much. We'll be back with more BT, continuing to celebrate this International Women's Day right after this with the hashtag Breaking the Bias. Find out what it means right after the break.